Gol Vrindavan, Sri Krishna Chandra ki jai. Devotees, we have Ganga, Jamuna, we have Tribeni. We say that is within the Ghat. What is a Ganga? What is a Jamuna? What is Saraswati? It is said Ganga in India, Jamuna, Saraswati is subterranean stream. In each of us, in each subtle body, there is what we call Iranari, Pinglanari, and Sushumna Nari. That is Ganga, Jamuna, Saraswati. In each of us. Where is Triveni? These three channels of bioenergy merge at what we call the Agya Chakra. That is Triveni right in here. You can go Triveni in India and bathe how much you want. If you can't reach this Triveni, you're not going anywhere. Many people say, you know, when you go to Kashi and die, calling Sri Ram's name, you gain liberation. So many people travel thousands of miles, go to Kashi to die there. Where is Kashi? Sahasrara Chakra. If you put the consciousness and die, the soul leaves from this point, as we say, the Brahmanda as we call it, you are liberated. But people want to go to Kashi and die. What about those who can't go to Kashi? Within the human body, the mountains, Himalaya Parbat. What is that? Tonight we are going to speak about the mountain and I'm going to relate it to each of us. It is the spine. The spine. The chakras all reside there in the subtle body. The sun, the moon, devotees, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, the three Deva, all reside inside. All the Devatas I explained. All the organs in the body are the various Devatas that exist. Everything is inside. That Puran Brahm, he is inside in the form of Atma. Bhagavan Sri Krishna in 13th chapter of the Gita says, I am the soul in each person, the Kshetragya. And we have heard many times, many people say, Sai Baba is God. He said he is Ram. He said, I am Ram, I am Krishna. But you are Ram and you are Krishna. People do hear the second half of this statement. He made that statement in the context of Aham Brahmasmi. I am Brahm. This is who we are and what we are in reality. But people take things conveniently. So they say, he's Avatar, he's Ram, come back. He never said that. You have to understand how these great sages speak. You have to understand the purport of their words. Don't take them superficially. And he said nothing new. But Gita said the same to Bhagavan Sri Krishna. I am the Atma in every single individual. Aham Brahmasmi. Devotees, Jo Brahmande Soi Pinde. As in the Brahmand, the macrocosm, so in the microcosm. So therefore, where do I go searching? In the macrocosm. There's a limit to where I can go. But to go inside, it depends on me only. Only on me. And, you know, my mind reflects upon what Guru Vasishtha said. When he explained to Sri Ram in Adhyatma Ramayana, all the philosophy as such. Sri Ram asked Gurudev, this knowledge is available. Why then can't people free themselves from bondage? Guru Vasishtha said two reasons, Sri Ram. Laziness and stupidity. My song bad, eh? Well, we need to feel bad. Lazily, intellectually lazy. And ignorance, ajnana is the order of the day. Though everybody feels they know. These two factors prevent us from identifying with our true nature. Everybody go outside, outside, outside. But nobody wants to go on the inside. So devotees, Brahmananda is reminding us. The sages remind us, oh man, your journey is inward. Inward. Go inside and discover the eternal truths that exist. Discover the secrets of the universe by understanding this lump of clay, the microcosm. So devotees, tonight we go on, and as I've been saying, a lot of these kathas, people have been hearing them over and over. Very few have not heard of how Bhagavan lifted the mountain. So if I come to tell you the same thing again, then I'm just repeating. Now, I can't tell you something otherwise than how Bhagavan uplifted the mountain. But I can give you a different dimension, a different level of understanding for it. So we will look at the story, what happened, and we will take whatever lessons. My focus will be otherwise, not too much on the incident. So please bear with me. Now devotees, Sri Sukdev Ji, relating Katha to Raja Parikshit on the bank of the Ganga. He is saying, Hey Prithvinath, Shri Krishna Bhagavan अपने बड़े भाई बलदेव जी सहित सुख से रहते थे. कि इंद्र के यज्ञ की तैयारी होती देखते भये। सब प्राणियों के आत्मा भगवान सर्वव्यापक, सब बातों के जानने वाले, जानते भी थे इनके यज्ञ प्रबंध हो रहा है, तो भी नंदरानी से पूछने लगे कि माता जी आज क्या है? जो घर घर पकवान मिठाई बन रही है और तुम भी बड़ी धूमधाम में हो, मुझे समझा कर कहो कि यह क्या भेद है जिससे मेरे मन का संशय मिटे। यशोदा मैया बोली कि हे पुत्र, इस समय मुझको अवकाश नहीं, यह सब वृतांत तुम अपने पिता से जाकर पूछो, वह तुम्हारा सब संदेह दूर कर देंगे। यह सुन नंद जी के पास जाकर श्री कृष्णचंद्र जी बोले। श्री सुखदेव जी saying, "O Rajan, it was the day after Diwali, which happens to be the month of Kartik. Diwali is on the new moon day, the night of the new moon. That new moon Tithi Panchadashi in the month of Kartik. It was the day after Diwali. Bhagwan Sri Krishna and Baldev ji, Balaram, they got up early as usual, and they saw the village of Braj as being a beehive of activity. Everybody busy, making preparations, the ladies especially. And devotees, not to knock anybody, but when you go India, very often you pass early in the morning time, you pass midday time, pass in evening time. Nearly all the men around and they're drinking the tea and chatting. You can't see the ladies all about. Ladies working hard. I don't know why the ladies work so hard. Most of the time the ladies have to make the preparation and then fellas just lime. So the ladies were making the preparation, making different sweetmeats and so on. They were about to perform some puja. Now Bhagavan Sri Krishna, he knows everything. But as I explained, when the Lord manifests, he functions in two ways. There are two types of disposition he displays. One is called Tathastha Lakshan and one is Swarup Lakshan. Tathastha Lakshan, he acts as a man amongst men. Swarup Lakshan, he acts according to his true disposition as divinity. So there are times when divinity behaves as divinity and when the very same divinity embodied behaves as a man. And because people are unable to differentiate between these two, in ignorance they say, how Sri Ram could be God when he cried for a woman? That understanding is Nar Leela, Tathastha Lakshan. When Sri Ram destroyed all the demonic forces, preached Ram Gita, that is Swarup Lakshan. But you see, ignorance is the order of the day. People love to criticize, vilify, condemn, and they do so from a point of ignorance, which is very sad, devotees. And you know, I have coined a very, very strong term for people who behave like this. I term that condition intellectual scoliosis. Yeah. A bending of the thinking. And sometimes you can't use surgical processes. Sometimes this intellectual scoliosis causes, verbal constipation, if I'm going to stretch it. And sometimes you have to use the right methodology, and then you get verbal diarrhea. Rubbish they talk. Foolishness. Let me not get vexed. Devotees, Bhagavan Sri Krishna understands everything, he knows everything, but here now he's behaving like an ordinary child and setting the example for us also. And I want you to understand the example I'm going to talk about. He knew that they were doing Indra Yagya, but he went to his mother and said, Ma, just yesterday we had such a celebration, such great festivities. Today, preparations being made again. What is the occasion today? Ma, please tell me, explain to me the secret. What is happening today? Explain, enlighten me so that my doubts will be removed. Yashoda Maya said, Beta, mujhko avkash nahi hai. Right now I don't have time, I'm busy making preparations. But go to your father. Now she didn't say he has time, but of course he had time. They sitting down relaxing, smoking their damaning. Go ask your father, he will explain to you. Krishna Bhagwan listened to his mother and he went to his father to ask the questions. Now devotees, quickly as we go along, I want parents to pay attention to this. Children have doubts in their minds. And the very first person they would normally go to is mother. Mother is first teacher. If mother is not there, they go to father. And importantly, he said, tell me, Ma, jiski man ka sanshay mite, so that the doubts from my mind will be removed. It is necessary then that parents should educate themselves, not only in secular knowledge, but in ways of religion, the philosophy of Hinduism. Your children are going to ask you questions. And they ask questions because there are doubts in their minds. And one of the first points I want to make, that questions are in order. Many times, sometimes the Baba say, don't ask no question. The old people say, don't ask no question, just do it. And when you ask, they say, just do it now because you're good. Or don't do it because it ain't good. That is not answer. That is not good. Why do we shut up our children? Don't ask no question. Question happen to be a sign of an intelligent mind. And every one of our scriptures is in the form of questions and answers. And I want you to follow Krishna Bhagwan's attitude here and see if you can learn something from it. I learn from it a lot. This is why I am how I am. Now devotees, we'll take it further. So the parents, I am saying, learn. And mothers, they learn a lot. You know, in religion and so on, they always to the forefront. Not that men don't, but many men, they do not get involved. They don't care. Sometimes they come to year going on, they're talking about cricket. They're talking about politics. That will save your life. And when your own child come and ask you a question, you can't even answer. And I mentioned sometime recently, male role models, disappearing. Disappearing. No wonder why the younger men are growing up. No example, no role model. And they're doing any kind of thing, or they're doing what they see. Children live what they learn, we mentioned before. Yeah? So when the young boys come here and they see the men liming outside, when time to eat, they wash the table first. What do you think the young boys will do? Even in your own home, when time for pujas, the boys don't take part, ladies take part, the girls take part. What example are you setting? So devotees, you could talk on and on about that, you know, but that's common sense kind of thing. Eh? All I am saying is that fathers must also learn. If mothers are not there, children turn towards your father. Mata pratham guru. Mother is first guru, first teacher, then father. And if you don't, and you cannot answer the questions of your children, then they go outside. Well, now they go on the internet. And you can get a lot of good things on the internet, but a lot of crap also. There is nowhere verification of a lot of information you get on the internet. There is nothing like bonding with your child. Last night we spoke about that. So therefore, education is important, knowledge. Knowledge is power, devotees. And our people need to educate ourselves. Much, much more. This is why we use so much time to explain, to get different points of view, different dimensions of the Katha. Because we want you to be in a position to educate, you know, a position of strength. As I said last night, your children are your responsibility. I can merely motivate them only. But I am not with them all the time. No teachers with them all the time. You are supposed to be with them. So educate yourselves. So devotees, this is the trend. Mata Yashoda had confidence that none Baba could explain. So this is why she said, go to your father. Bhagwan Sri Krishna went to his father. He said, hey Pita, aaj kya hai? Jo sab braj mein कराही खटक रही है और अनेक अनेक प्रकार से व्यंजन बन रहे हैं, सब थौर थौर कोलाहल मच रहा है और ग्वाल बाल चारों ओर भागे भागे फिरते हैं, क्या उत्सव है पिताजी? किस देवता का नाम का यज्ञ है? क्या इसका फल है? कौन से देवता का पूजन है? क्या क्या उनमें गुण है? कौन इसका अधिकारी है? किस किस वस्तु में यज्ञ होता है? पिताजी, मुझे इस बार की सुनने की बड़ी अभिलाषा है। सज्जन पुरुष सब प्राणियों में और स्थानों में आत्मा को देखते हैं, उनसे कोई कर्म छिपा नहीं है और छिपाने के योग्य भी नहीं है। साधु पुरुष अपना वीराना कुछ नहीं समझते, उनकी समदृष्टि है। मित्र उदासीन व बैरी भी उनका कोई नहीं होता। उदासीन तो शत्रु के सदृश वर्जित है, सुहृद आत्मा के समान मानना चाहिए, इससे उसको अवश्य सम्मति में सार कर ले। यह प्राणी जानकर कि कर्म करता है और बिना जाने ही कर्म करता है, परंतु जानकर जो करता है उसका फल तत्काल मिलता है और बिना जाने कर्म करता उसका कार्य किसी प्रकार से नहीं होता। आपने जो यज्ञ का अनुष्ठान कर रखा है वह शास्त्र की रीति से किया है, अथवा लोक रीति से किया है और यह रीति आपके यहाँ परंपरा से चली आई या आज किसी नई बताई है, यह आपसे मेरा निवेदन है कि आप कृपा कर मुझसे कहो। Devotees, now if I don't really rest the katha, I think that this part right here is good enough, yes? Bhagavan Sri Krishna said to his father, O Pitaji, I have seen that all sides, excitement, children running all about from place to place, preparations, we mentioned all that. The questions now, look at the questions. And the questions I want you to focus upon. Pitaji, what is happening today? Kya utsav hai? So the child is seeing something happening. The child wants to know. Kya utsav hai? What celebration is here? Kis devta ke naam yajna hai? Of course, we are going to do some puja. Which devta, which god you are going to worship? Kya iska phal hai? What fruits you get through such a worship? What fruits accrue? कौन से देवता का पूजन है? Who perform this worship? क्या क्या उसमें गुण है? And that devata, what qualities he has? If he's someone fit to be worshipped, he has to have some kind of qualities, spiritual qualities that will be beneficial to those who worship. क्या क्या उसमें गुण है? किस किस वस्तु से यज्ञ होता है? What ingredients are necessary for such a puja, O Father? Please tell me. It is my desire to know what is happening. And devotees, he went on to say that those wise ones, they hide nothing. The teacher teaches openly. As the rains will shower upon all, he will hide nothing. Krishna Bhagavan is making a point that nothing should be hidden. Everything should be quite clear. So when Nisha Baba tell you that you can't understand this thing, don't do this thing, that's secret. Something wrong with that. Maybe he doesn't know. Pulling wool over your eyes. Bhagavan says, when there's a genuine quest for knowledge, the right teacher imparts, without fear, without favor. So he's saying, everything is based upon karma. Oh Father, I know that. And devotees, important statement. Everything he says is important. But here, I want to just focus on one or two. He said, Father, when a person knows what he is doing, and does it right. Person also don't understand why they do what they do and they do it. What is the difference between the two? Bhagavan is saying, those who do actions without understanding, blind following, avidhi purvak, Bhagavan Sri Krishna in the Gita said, it take a long time if ever to get the fruits of your action. But if you understand why you do what you do, right knowledge, परंतु जानकर जो करता है उसका फल तत्काल मिलता है. You get fruits right away. So I want you to understand, if you see a praying donkey years now and nothing happening, you know why? That's what you're doing, just praying donkey years. You understand what you're doing, why you do what you do. Last night I tried to explain why you offer job. Earlier today I explained about the puja itself. I asked questions over and over. Is God hungry? Is God thirsty? Does God need a bathe? When we offer pan beva to God, you see, that is for digestion. In Trinidad, people eat pan beva for digestion or eat ice cream and cake. Huh? And if you give him pan beva, then God is an Indian. And Indian don't like we plenty. They say we mix. So how I could worship a God who's an Indian who ain't like me? All these points we discussed earlier on. For argument's sake. And then I never said don't do it. I create all this confusion in the mind to get you to understand that there's a deeper philosophical reason why you're doing it. The gyan has to be there. And when you do one puja with the right understanding, devotees, you must get results. Bound to get results. And as I explained, you have Bahya Bhakti, you have Ananya Bhakti, Ekanta Bhakti. Majority Bahya Bhakti, superficial. What color flowers to use? What color flag? How to put the bay leaf? How to put the dhatur flowers? If to offer ganja for Lord Shiva, they say what people focus upon. That way focus upon. What color clothes to wear? As I mentioned earlier today, I colorblind, you know. But if you don't wear clothes, it's a problem. I expect you to wear clothes. What you wear is your problem, not mine. You think God has time to watch you color your clothes? If a Baba will sit and tell you, don't wear blue, don't wear this, then he minding your business. He out of place. You call him that Gyan? That is Bush Gyan. And there are so many other things we have to understand to make us do what we have to do with the right belief attitude, so that fruits, results will come to us. This is my position, devotees. So I am saying this, Bhagwan, he asks us, he makes a statement. Whatever you have to do, try to understand why you're doing what you're doing. Do nothing by guess. There are 3 types of bhakti. Mur bhakti, Gyan bhakti, and Advesh or Vidvesh bhakti. Mur bhakti is blind following, as how many people do it. Baba said, put flowers, you parke go. Swing arti, swing arti. And at the end you feel good. That's psychological gratification only. What more than that? What more than that? Devotees, that is Bahya Bhakti, that is superficial, blind following. Gyan Bhakti, when I offer arti, the real meaning of that is that I attain Bhut Shuddhi. Bhut Shuddhi, I purify again Tattva in me. When I offer Prasad, I purify Prithvi Tattva. When I offer the water, Jal Tattva. This is the higher level of puja, devotees. This is why I said, God not hungry, not thirsty. When I do all these things, if I may just recap it, all these ingredients can be classified into 5 classes. Pancha Tattva. The body is made of Pancha Tattva quintuplicated, Panchikaran process. The objective of life is to discover that Atma, Aham Brahmasmi. And I use the analogy of an onion, many layers. You have to get beyond the outer layer to get to the inner core. We have to go beyond the outer layers. Puja is one of the methods through which we do that. When I offer these ingredients, water, I purify Jal Tattva. Arti, again Tattva. Chandan, scent, Prithvi Tattva. Bhojan, taste. Jal is taste. Prithvi is scent. And devotees, Akash, Vayu, the incense we offer, the perfume we offer. When you make these offerings, what you do, you purify the tattvas in the body, so that you can go beyond the outer layers to the inner core. It's not so much a feeling God. Because I ask the question over and over again. If I do puja here, I invite God. God, you come. Next door to do puja the same time, and he invite God. Where God going? You go in here, you come in here. Or you send him part of him there and part of him here. You can ask all kind of foolish questions if you take that as the reason why puja is done. Puja is deeper than that. Now, I understand that there's a problem that people who are accustomed worshipping all these years in this kind of way, to hear this Baba talk in this kind of thing, it could confuse you. And I know it could turn you off. But what I want you to just pay attention to, don't throw away what I am saying. Keep it in your head. It will take you a few times listening to this over and over to understand the depth of what I am putting to you. For this is the inner part. This is the Gyan Bhakti I am talking about. To do what you are doing with the right understanding. And devotees, there is Advesh Bhakti, or devotion through confrontation. Like Kans was a devotee. Ravan was a devotee. They opposed Bhagwan. Now again, many people think I am mad. How Ravan could be a Bhakt? And I just give you the rationale now. In the 18th chapter of the Gita, Bhagwan says, think of me constantly. Ravan, Kans, they hated the Lord with such a passion. And we all know, if you love something intensely, it's in your mind day and night. If you hate something intensely, it's in your mind day and night. Bhagwan says, think of me constantly. He didn't say love or hate, you know. Ravan, Kans, Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakasipu, they hated divinity with such a passion that divinity was in their minds day and night. We call ourselves devotees. How often we think of God? Huh? How often do we think of God? Most times when trouble comes. We say we are devotees. They are devotees, but their devotion is Advesh Bhakti, devotion through confrontation. And Hinduism is the only religion to point this out to you. That no matter if you love or you hate, if you could do it intensely, you could go to God. He doesn't reject anybody. The thing is to think of him as a man thinketh, so he becometh. So devotees, Gyan Bhakti is necessary. And if people understand why you do what you do, nobody could make you do a lot of nonsense. A set of pakhand, a set of foolishness. You know? And you know, many of us, we like to follow blindly. And there's this classical story where long ago the Hari Pujas, once a month they should have katha, full moon katha. And the Baba would sit there and start katha 6 o'clock, all 12 o'clock, katha now finishing. When they finish, eat suhavi and pumpkin. You're glad for it and you go home. One particular day, Baba doing katha. Baba never explained. Baba just reading katha. And as the saying goes, he saw a cat going to eat the prasad. So he said, quick, hold our cat. And all who sleep in wake up same time. All of them jump. The cat couldn't get away. They grabbed the cat and they brought it by the Baba. Baba said, cut a piece of string so long. Old lady went inside, bring the string, bring the scissors. Old Baba hand pull it and measure with Baba. Because he says so long. Cut the string. Baba said, tie the cat there. They tie the cat there. That's the best part of the puja. Puja finished. Next month, next lady having puja, old lady. Baba happy to do another puja. Long time of puja, month was plenty. Gone next door, Baba do the puja. Katha have 5 adhyay, he say 7 adhyay. He make up some more and say. Sang puja, bell puja, ghanta stick puja. So happy the Baba was. He did extra puja. And when he finished, now the lady started crying. Baba, you shouldn't do me that. I was a poor lady. Baba was taken aback. He said, how you mean? What happened? He said, Baba, I went all about looking for the thing. It was hard to get the thing. But I get it. And you didn't use the thing. Baba checked. He checked everything. Baba used everything. Even do extra. Now when the ladies continue crying, he said, Mai, tell me. What I didn't use? Baba, the last puja into tie the billi. So I went and I get the billi. That last billi devotees was a white billi with a black patch over one of the eye. He said, Baba, I searched, but I couldn't find the black patch for coffee in the eye. So he got a black eye. So Baba, I get the thing and you are tight. So Baba realized it, I will got you. What are you going to do? He didn't explain. He bring the cat, he tie the cat. This one make malaning for the cat. He put on mala, do arti for the cat. Billi Bhagwan, pranam. Puja now, then he feel good. Feel good. So then, every puja, they'll get a cat and tie it. You understand the point I'm making? When you don't understand why you do what you do, this is what happens. Something is done, the Baba didn't explain. Cat eating the prasad. Bring it on time here. That's why you see, we take every pain to explain, explain. Once in a puja, he told a lady, put the sindoor, rub the sindoor on the bamboo afterwards and tie the langut and come back. You know what the lady do? He rub the sindoor in the face and tie the langut on the neck and he come back. Baba, finish. You have to be very careful, especially with all these things. Devotees, now if people understand why you do what you do, you won't end up like this. And if, doubts arise, you ask questions. Baba, why we do this? And you should be doing that. But when you do what you have to do with the right understanding, results come right away. So devotees, Bhagwan made that point. He said, Oh Father, tell me again, note, what we are doing here, is this sanctioned by scriptures? Scriptural injunction? What we are doing here, is it a village practice? What we are doing here, is it ancestral practice? Oh Pitaji, aaj kisi ne nayi batayi hai. It's something new all you're creating. Now when Baba make you do all kind of things, you ever ask these questions? Certain ancestries, devotees, they offer hug. You see them offering hug, you want to go offer hug and all do? There is low riti, kul riti, gang riti. And everything in scriptures, devotees, based upon these three. And there's something I've been saying, Panditji, and I wish Pandits will understand this. Not that I'm smarter than anybody else. But there's confusion. They read the books, and they take what they see here directly and say, that is what you have to do. This is written for India. You have to sift from the scriptures what is lokriti, what is gauriti, what is kulriti. You cannot take what is an ancestral practice and apply it here. You cannot take what is a village practice in India and say, that is what you're supposed to do. Desh, kal, avarsar, time, place, and circumstances. We have to make adaptations to suit. But the philosophy doesn't change. Om Jai Swaha Mata, Maya Jai Swaha Mata, Tum Agni ki Shakti, Tum
शक्ति तुम सच्ची माता।